To make a ticket. So she'll have to learn her lesson. Whatever I said on the video the other day about it being closed at the 1st of September, that was wrong. So now I got plenty of time to modify my schedule thing. Within my awakening, I was shown a lot of things that were yet to come and prophecies of what is to happen. He's working on right now. He can't release book 2 until a certain event full of people that are so-called elected and appointed that. Yeah, One Voice Now was the brainchild of, well, hey everybody, I'm on the back deck at the OC. Today is Thursday, the 28th of August. The year is 2024. This month is almost gone. I did find out something from Hayden. He's over the OC management, and he told me that the pool wasn't going to close this year until December. He said they were doing something different, and that was when they could schedule it and have it all done in the month of December. So whatever I said on the video the other day about it being closed at the 1st of September, that was wrong. So now I got plenty of time to modify my schedule, and because I was trying to ride the bike and swim, but I also needed a break from the bike. So yeah, now I know I can swim in the month of September. I can still ride the bike and accomplish what I need to accomplish before the weather gets cold, and still have plenty of time to swim. But I wanted to just touch base with you. My friend Larry Ballard is being picked up by really good YouTubers and, well, Rumble people that are telling the truth have to leave YouTube and go over to Twitter and Rumble and Odyssey and other places. So Larry Ballard has been doing really well. So I'm going to put where's my finger? I'm going to put a link up here to one of his videos. And as a matter of fact, I may even just cut in a piece with him talking.
That you and I are definitely on the same page. Let's get to the next slide.
Okey-dokey. All right, so real quick, in a nutshell, here it is. BRICS is what's going to collapse the US dollar. Basically, we're going off the fiat currency system. It's collapsing. It was always a pyramid Ponzi scheme. It's gone. And was there an event that actually triggers that? Yep, there was. It was on June the 9th, when basically what happened is the BRICS nations said, we're not going to do business with the United States in terms of that contract anymore. And the dollar had nothing behind it. It didn't have gold, it didn't have oil, it doesn't have anything. That set the domino that fell, that's going to collapse the US dollar, and the US will no longer be, maybe in name only, but it will no longer be the world's reserve currency. And so that is going to de-dollarize the world, and then China is falling, and that's going to de-globalize the world. And the 4 biggest nations in the world in terms of size of their economy are all going to fall. Japan's going to fall. It may be the first one. Now, they basically avoided a default 6 months or so ago when they had to sell a whole bunch of bonds off to keep from having it to collapse. Britain had to do the same thing. Now China is collapsing and America is on the brink. That is the best thing that could ever happen, because that is the collapse of the global financial system as controlled by the bad guys.
Larry Ballard is an author and advocate known for his book, Liberty Crusade, The Fight to Save the Free World. In his work, Ballard delves into the intricate web of global financial elites and their influence over governments and societies. He believes that these powerful entities, often referred to as the deep state or the shadow government, are orchestrating events to pave the way for a one-world government. Ballard's book serves as a rallying call for an informed and empowered populace to unite and stand against these forces. He emphasizes the importance of understanding the foundational principles upon which America's greatness was built, arguing that only through this knowledge can citizens effectively combat the erosion of their freedoms. In Liberty Crusade, Ballard outlines key historical moments where he believes events were manipulated to benefit the financial elite, using debt as a tool to enslave nations and individuals. He warns that without vigilance and action, the freedoms we cherish could be lost. Looking to the future, Ballard envisions a society where people are awakened to these threats and take collective action to restore and protect their liberties. He advocates for transparency, accountability, and a return to the core values that define a free and just society. Through his book and his advocacy, Larry Ballard aims to remove the scales of deception from the eyes of the people and expose the enemies of freedom. His message is clear. Only an informed and united public can reclaim the freedoms that are being systematically stripped away.
But he's explaining things that I can't explain. I know the principles and the understanding of the timing of the events that he's talking about that are yet to come. He had a near-death experience, and he was given a timeline of events that would take place, and they've already started taking place and accelerating actually. And I did the same kind of thing in my awakening. I was shown a lot of things that were yet to come and prophecies of what is to happen. Now, none of us know the way that it's going to go down. We have the gist about what Father reveals to us, and I like to call it downloads, and I think even Larry Ballard even says he considers it being downloaded. So he knows a lot about what's going on and about what's happening. So I highly recommend his videos, and I'll have a link in the description for how to find him on his Rumble page. And he's being interviewed, like I say, by channels that have their own channels, and that's good because he needs to get this message out. It's a timely message. So book 1 is already out and released, and book 1 is right here. The link will be in the description. And book 2 is going to be released, and then there's actually a third book that he's working on right now. He can't release book 2 until a certain event takes place in the outer world. And when he gets that inspiration that it has come to pass, he'll release book 2. But book 1 is setting the pace and the groundwork for how we got into the shape that we got into now, where we really don't have no free speech, and we really don't have no government that has our best interest at heart.
In a significant move to protect free speech, the Missouri Attorney General, along with the Attorney General of Louisiana, filed lawsuits against the Biden administration for its alleged censorship of political speech. These lawsuits highlight the government's attempts to control and suppress information on social media platforms, which is a direct threat to our First Amendment rights. Senator Josh Hawley from Missouri has also been actively working on legislation to hold tech companies accountable for censoring political speech. This legal battle is crucial for ensuring that voices like mine are not shadow banned, demonetized, or censored simply for expressing an opinion. Free speech is the cornerstone of our democracy, and these efforts aim to safeguard it for all Americans.
That's why I keep onevoicenow.org. Keep plugging that and go look it up and check it out for yourself. It can start on the county level, the city level, the municipality level, and then it can move to the state level, and then from there to the governmental level. But it's a way for the people to have a say in everything. Right now, we have just a handful of people that are so-called elected and appointed that might not necessarily have our best interests at heart, making decisions on things that the population in the county or the population of the city all need to have input. Yeah, One Voice now was the brainchild of a man named David Frank. He's from South Bend, Indiana. For years and years, he had a restaurant there that was real famous, real popular. But David Frank is a wonderful man, and I'll have a link up here for his information. Y'all keep coming back to my channel. Subscribe and like, all that kind of thing. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, let me just say it, have a rest of your life, a wonderful time. No matter what it appears to be going on in the world, it's not true. You are the actual decision maker of peace in your life. So don't let the news or any show or movie that they're manifesting in this reality to be the reality. It's an illusion. You have the power within your thinking to control your desires to have peace. So have a wonderful, wonderful future, peacefully. I love all of you. Keep coming back.
You once claimed that you have an ability to face unpleasant facts. Is that what you've demonstrated in 1984 by drawing an accurate portrait of the future?
I think that allowing for the book being, after all, a parody, something like 1984 could actually happen. This is the direction the world is going in at the present time. In our world, there will be no emotions except fear, rage, triumph and self-abasement. The sex instinct will be eradicated. We shall abolish the orgasm. There will be no loyalty except loyalty to the party. But always there will be the intoxication of power. Always, at every moment, there will be the thrill of victory, the sensation of trampling on an enemy who is helpless. If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. The moral to be drawn from this dangerous nightmare situation is a simple one. Don't let it happen. It depends on you.